Drip drop love 한 방울 시간 Drip drop 더 적셔오지야 Drip drop 이 음악까지 Drip drop Drip drop.
Hello Dubukins and welcome to a review. Oh yes, today I am going to be reviewing the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder. So that's this little bad boy right here. I bought it and I've been using it for a little over a week, so I definitely wanted to use it for a long period of time before I actually told you guys about it. And I'm also going to do a demo for you. First off, I'm just going to tell you, I love it. I've researched this product a lot. I've been wanting to buy a translucent setting powder for a long time, and I technically have. If you guys have watched a lot of my tutorials, you would have seen me using my NYX HD finishing powder in Banana, which I used for this purpose of setting and mattifying some areas, plus it also brightens. So the only thing was, and I had this and the other one from Palladio, it was a rice powder. I'll insert it over here. And with the other one, it was supposed to be translucent and it was just too heavy. And it was pretty obvious that I was wearing it, and it would crease. This one also creases. It was just driving me crazy. So I've been wanting a nice, finely milled, oil controlling setting powder that's translucent, and all the ones you buy in America are like really expensive. So after researching, I figured that, because I'm into Korean stuff and I'd like to start getting more Korean cosmetics, I figured I would look into seeing if Korean brands had a good setting powder that a lot of people liked. And surprisingly, just because they are more into the dewy finish, it's kind of harder to find mattifying things. So instead of like mattifying or oil control, they usually say sebum control. Same thing. So the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder, I definitely picked up. I had been waiting to just get this, and recently, it's really exciting for me, you guys, and hopefully for this channel. I'm so excited. Q Depot contacted me a few weeks ago asking to partner with me, meaning I get to have items that they send me and I get to review for you guys. I get to give my honest opinion, blah blah blah. It's as simple as that. So Q Depot, I am really loving their stuff, and so after partnering with them, before I wanted to review anything that they sent me personally, I wanted to buy something myself as a regular customer, to buy something from them, have it shipped to me, just to see how long that took, everything else. I was very impressed with how fast it was, considering I did purchase it during Lunar New Year, which, a lot of stuff shuts down during that time. So I was very impressed that I got it within a little less than 2 weeks, which this ships from overseas. That's good. I tested it out myself before reviewing any products that they sent me. So I could give you guys the real lowdown. So if there's ever anything you guys want me to review for you, if you guys want to leave it down in the comments, hopefully I can purchase it and I can give an honest review. So without further ado, let's talk about how this bad boy performed. So usually in my day-to-day, because I've been, using this for a week, I'll kind of go through like one foundation, usually the same one in a week or so. I don't mix it up too often, but there is definitely 3 foundations that I go through often. I don't really stray from that, even though I do have a couple other like BB and CC creams and another cushion foundation. So hopefully you guys appreciate this because I tested this with a lot of different finishes. So the first day I tested it out with my Iope cushion foundation, and this one is probably, out of the ones that I regularly use, this one is the dewiest finish. So I was kind of curious how that would play together, and not necessarily to my surprise, they did not play the best together. So when I used it, I noticed a little extra creasing and a little more, I don't want to say caking because that sounds like there was so much, but there was noticeable like gathering around the nose, like minimum caking and minimum creasing, but it was noticeable. And I think that's because obviously it's a very dewy foundation. It's supposed to be dewy. It's not necessarily supposed to have anything matte over it, and then I put a very mattifying powder on top of it. I feel like they're going to react that way. So I was just curious to see how it would go, and that is kind of what I found, that it caked up just a little bit and creased just a little bit, but still not that bad. The second foundation that I tried it with was my Misha cushion foundation, and this one is much more of a, it's still a dewier finish, but definitely not as dewy as the Iope one, and it's a bit more satin dewy. When I put that on top of my Misha cushion foundation, it was like flawless. There was like no creasing, no nothing. It fit fine. So I found that, you know, the dewier you get, the more kind of almost balling of the product that you're gonna get. And I don't want to say balling. I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna call it caking, but caking sounds not good because it sounds way too extreme than what it was. It was just minimal, but it was noticeable. So no creasing, no nothing really, very minimal anything with the Misha foundation. Third foundation, which I say the third foundation because I mix, okay. So in one of my tutorials, I've shown you guys I like to mix these three, which this is matte, this is like satin dewy, and then this is the dewy concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, the Dewy and Smooth. This is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream, which is more of a satin finish. And then this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, which is much more matte than the other one. So when I mix them all together, I get a nice full coverage effect, plus like a really good color that matches me. That's what I'm wearing today. And it's not completely matte, it's much more satin. It's a very natural finish to me. Of course, on the dewier side than the matte side. I just don't like to be completely matte, but I wanted something to help control it. So when I put the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder over that, it was like flawless, like Beyonce, hey! You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. With that application, it was like the best. I'm wearing it today. I put it on this morning, which I'm going to show you in the demo, and still there is no creasing, no caking. Smile lines are good, forehead lines are good. I'm super, super happy with it. So honestly, I have been so pleased with this. I'm so happy that I bought it. The only thing that I wish is that in the pictures, just because I think I'm used to Korean products, they're usually a lot bigger. You know, like you usually get a lot for your money. Granted, you don't need barely any of this. Like honestly, you do not need much. But it's very small to me, just considering what I'm used to from Korean products. They're usually a lot bigger. The applicator that it comes with is kind of a stiffer little powder poof. You know, powder poof. What are powder poof girls? But yeah, it's a little stiffer. It's cotton. Woo! You guys can see how finely milled that is. And I'm going to assume because it is, obviously it's so white, I noticed it picked up some of my foundation when I would put it on. So, which I'm not really surprised, it's pure white and you're putting it on kind of fresh foundation. It's gonna pick some up, duh. I mean, that's obvious, but it still kind of made me upset and I don't know why. I think that's completely unreasonable. As for how fine it is, I think you guys probably saw it poof everywhere. It's very, very finely milled. When I put it on my skin, it feels so soft, like just like, you guys have felt setting powders before. They're just so finely milled. It's just so soft and I love it, and I'm so thankful I have something that does not crease under my eyes now. Thank you, Innisfree. Thank you for making this. They also make this in a compact, like pressed version. I think that one is more expensive than this. On Q Depot, this is around $10, which granted how much you need to use, which is not a lot, it really, to me, it balances out. I think it's good value. Me being me, I just wish it was bigger. My favorite way to apply it, which I'm showing you guys in the demo, is with a damp beauty blender. I think that just kind of helps press it in further into the skin and kind of helps set it more just because of the slight dampness. I feel like if you wear super dewy foundation, you're gonna notice a little bit more caking, mild caking. I don't think that even if you really tried with this one, I don't think that you could get it to, you know, cake up too much. The only thing that I would say that might be of concern, because I'm so pale and I know that, and I know that there are some darker skinned beauties that watch this thing. The only thing is, because it is whiter, it may possibly leave a whiter cast on you. Of course, that's not a problem for me because I'm already white. If you have super dry skin, I think this could grab onto the flakiness of that, but you guys should be exfoliating and all that good moisturizing stuff as well. But I would say if you do have really dry skin that's very flaky, it's gonna grab onto the flakiness and maybe make it a little bit more noticeable, which I think is true with probably any setting foundation. That's just kind of what they do. I did notice that it helped minimize my pores around my face, on my cheeks, because I tend to have a little more texture here. I really liked that. If you guys are really oily, because I'm normal to combination, I think, because I think my skin changes, so pretty much normal. I get a little bit more oily, not even like in here, but kind of just in this kind of area and the forehead. So not necessarily even the T-zone, just, I don't even want to say really right here, but kind of like minimally here and up. I get a little bit more oilier, which I don't think it's very severe compared to other people, but it is just more than the rest of my face. I would say that's probably a normal thing. But yeah, if you're super oily, I don't know if this would completely absorb. The areas that I concentrated on more, it stays very matte, but I don't put on too much up here, and it has a little bit of shine through. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I think it gives a very natural finish, and I think at the beginning, if you do get that white cast, or it does kind of grab onto any like texture or flakiness, because I tend to get a little tiny bit flaky kind of in these areas. After it sets on for just a little bit, it kind of balances out, because then your natural oils come out and then it gets to where it needs to be, and then it's not a problem anymore. So I think freshly put on, you're going to probably notice some flakes, but once your oils kind of balance out that the powder, it calms back down. So guys, that is my in-depth review. So thank you, Q Depot, for partnering with me, even though I did buy this product myself. I definitely want to tell you guys about Q Depot. I am so in love with them. Their customer service is fantastic. They ship to like pretty much anywhere in the world, which is awesome. Their flat rate shipping starts at $2.99, meaning like whatever you buy, it starts at $2.99. For me in America, the flat rate shipping was $6.99, which really, I mean, if I bought something in California and had it shipped to my place in Colorado, sometimes the shipping is even higher than that, just in the United States, and this is coming from overseas. They always have like amazing deals going on their homepage. You guys have got to check that out. Another cool thing is that, which is so easy to do, let's be honest, on any beauty site, I think it's up to $69. If you spend $69, you get free shipping. And once you hit $69, you can get a free full-sized extra product that they're going to send you. They offer thousands of products and have 25 plus brands. Like this next product I'm going to review for you guys is a new brand, and I'm super excited about it. Again, they ship worldwide, which I know is a huge problem when it comes to Korean beauty cosmetics for a lot of us. There's a whole little button that you can click to see what kind of flat rate shipping you get, yada yada, but they do ship worldwide, which I think is awesome. If you want to check out any of the products that I mentioned in this video, some links are down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you guys have any requests on makeup looks or maybe products to review, just let me know. Put them down below and I will do what I can, and hopefully I can get to doing more reviews for you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Drip, drop on me.